I'm Michelle,
And I'm Ronald,
and this is Talking Squirrels.
the middle school ministry podcast. Michelle, how are you?
Ooh, I'm doing well, Ronald. How are you?
I'm doing well. I actually thought I'm the one who's sipping on coffee this week.
I am too.
Oh, good.
I mean, I always.
And neither of us are missing cues, so that's nice. That works out well.
We're not missing what?
Missing our cues.
Oh, yeah, no, we're doing well. So I'm like halfway through my coffee right now. It's great.
Yeah, mine's a mediocre cup of coffee because it's from our Keurig, but that's that's where we're at right
Killing
now.
the turtles.
I know.
We got an amazing wedding present from an aunt, and it was an espresso machine.
Oh.
So we fancy.
You are super fancy.
We're super fancy.
We have a great Folgers coffee maker at home.
Yes, classic.
Makes the coffee from the cans.
It's so good.
Yeah, no. I am not bougie, to use my wife's word. I am not bougie when it comes to coffee.
I love it. I wish I was not.
Are you bougie?
I recently am more so.
Since you acquired a coffee maker, an espresso
Exactly.
maker.
Now that I know, I'm like, man, this coffee is just so much better than what we've had in the past. I don't even know if I would be able to honestly make a cup of coffee from a regular coffee pot.
I feel like that's a necessary thing to know, though.
I know. It's really bad.
You're so good, you only know how to make it from an espresso machine.
I can do a really good pull. But I don't know how to press a button, how to what do I do?
See, I'm so non-bougie, I don't even know what that word you just said actually means.
I 100% blame San Francisco.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because there's just so much bougie-ness.
Okay, that makes sense,
right?
I guess
we're 100%.
It's your culture.
That place. It's our culture.
Yeah, you're trying to be in the world, just not.
We spend $7 on cups of coffee.
No, shut up.
Yeah, we don't.
Right.
My husband and I don't. But
see, this is why I drink coffee from home, and they get Keurig at church because it's free.
Right.
It tastes free, but it
tastes free.
It does.
It tastes free.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the coffee at home tastes like I bought it, in a big old jug. I mean, we buy the really big thing of coffee.
Smart. Costco Live.
Yeah. So, I mean, one of the reasons I'm chugging so much coffee right now is because we are preparing for our first huge event of the year.
That's right.
Yeah, we're coming up on our DNOW, right? Disciple Now weekend. That's right.
Is that what you got? How do you guys say it? Do you just go around the entire weekend do you now?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
We actually we don't call it DNOW. We call it Echo Weekend because our student ministry is Echo Student Ministries.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So it's just Echo Weekend. So it'd be like Student Ministry Weekend is the thing.
Gotcha.
Do you guys do a Disciple Now thing? I think we've said that y'all don't.
We don't. Yeah. So I've never even been to one. Or
I wonder if that's more like a Southern Christianity church thing, less California. I don't know.
I think it might be because none of the churches that I've talked with out here do it. So maybe, I don't know.
I mean, it's a big ask, right? So there's a difference between what you guys did last week and going to a camp facility, right? You can go break windows at somebody else's house.
Yes.
At a camp facility, and they're like, it happens all the time. It's fine.
Yeah,
but if you're going to break windows at somebody's home, that's kind of a bigger deal.
A little bit.
Yeah. So it's our DNOW for those of you who are listening in California and have no idea what we're talking about. It's the idea where you have worship sessions at your church or maybe an event center close by, but it's like a retreat where you don't leave. And so what you do
is a staycation.
Yeah, kind of. So your students go and stay in host homes. So oh,
fun. Okay.
Homes of people who volunteer their home for the weekend to say, yep, students can come and crash at our house, sleep on the floor, and you can have leaders come and they spend the night with their students.
God bless those families.
I know, right? And we bless them greatly.
Good.
And so we have students who will go and they'll spend the night, And at the host home, like they eat some meals there mostly.
Nice.
They do Bible study. They're like Bible studies that we've written for the weekend that goes along with the theme. And then
Cool.
they we come up to the church and we have like the big worship sessions, right? So,
Okay.
you know, and so we're doing things a little bit different this year. Normally, sometimes it would be like all contained within the weekend. So like Friday night worship, and then they go to host homes and do Bible study. This year, we're actually starting on Wednesday night.
Ooh, interesting.
So like kind of a big kickoff Wednesday night event to be like, hey, this is the thing. So even the kids who didn't sign up get to participate in the
Oh, at like
weekend.
your regular Wednesday gathering?
Yeah.
Fun.
And so we're kind of making a big deal about that. So it's our kickoff happens on Wednesday. Everybody goes home. They don't spend the night, 2 additional nights. They go to school Thursday
I
and
was gonna
Friday.
say, I was like, so do they get to like ditch school?
No, they don't.
I was like, this is the best church ever.
I want to be a part of your church. Yeah, and so they go back home, and then Friday, instead of coming up to the church, they go straight to the host homes.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And so they go straight to the host homes, and they have like their first host home Bible study that Friday night.
Cool.
And then they spend the night, wake up, have breakfast, have 2 more Bible studies, eat lunch, and then they come up to the church, and we're actually going to have like a big event where this year it changes. Some years we've gone bowling, some years we've done like a trampoline park. This year we're kind of doing like a carnival type bouncy house event. It's gonna be fun
Love it.
with giant ice cream to have and eat and stuff like that. It's gonna be great.
Oh, so good.
Then another worship set, another big worship with teaching, and then after that, kind of like a prayer experience.
Ooh.
And then after that, they go back to their host homes, do one more Bible study, spend the night, and then everybody comes to church on Sunday.
Oh, nice.
And then parents take their students home, and they go,
Bye.
yeah,
Go
thank you
away.
for coming. Go away now. We're gonna
That's
go
really
sleep.
cool.
Well, it's really fun in that we tell our small group leaders and our students like, hey, if you got to be here for Echo Weekend, because if you feel like your small group isn't gelling, you feel like you're not really getting to know your students, Echo Weekend is going to be when it happens. And
Totally. Yeah.
some of that is just because of the amount of time they're spending with their students, right? Like an entire weekend with your group is going to make a big impact.
It's almost like what the amount of time you would get in a year
Right.
just coming to like Wednesdays.
Well, and even thinking about like they're going to do 4 Bible studies. So like 4 times getting into the word together, asking questions, going deep together, like
Yeah.
that's a
Having
whole
fun,
month.
laughing.
Yeah, that's a whole month's worth of small group,
Right.
right? Just kind of condensed down into one weekend. So that's a big deal. But then yeah, the spending the night together, the laughing, the goofing off, the hanging out, that's valuable relational ministry going on.
100%.
Yeah.
Is
So
this just middle school?
no, it's middle school and high school.
Okay, cool.
So it's middle school, high school, and our satellite campus. We're all in this
Oh,
together.
interesting.
So it's really, I mean, it's a really big event for us. It's our big event for the year to where everybody's all together. So like on middle school retreat that we take in the spring, like it's
Mhm.
just the middle school group that goes away.
Gotcha. So this is like the big, like all student ministry.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And it's a lot of work to communicate out to everybody, to let everybody know what's going on, to make sure everybody hears about it. And, even especially for middle school, like some of these students are spending the night away from home for the first time.
Right. And
And so
parents
that's,
are terrified.
oh yes, they are. And so we are trying our very best to like over communicate to people.
That's really cool. So how do you start that communication?
Sure. So some of it, all of our registration stuff is online, which is super helpful. And so whenever like they register, they get an email that says like, hey, you're registered. Here are the important dates that you need to know.
Nice.
And so, obviously, hopefully they know the dates when they're registering, but it's like one more reminder.
Right.
Like, hey, okay, here are the
You know
dates.
what you signed up for.
Exactly. And so that is all, that's all contained within the system. So we've been doing registration since August.
Oh wow. So it's a long.
Yeah, and we make it, hey, it costs less if you register early.
Smart.
So you try to get students to sign up early,
Kind of that
so
early
that
bird rate.
so that we can know how many to expect and all that stuff. And so this week, so it happens the week before Thanksgiving. So this week, all the emails go out. And super shout out to Barb, our admin. She's our rock star.
Barb, I love Barb.
Barb's amazing. And so trying to keep track of all this stuff is a full-time job, which she has. And so
Yep.
it is getting all these students in the host homes, making sure they have all the drivers that are volunteered to get students from point A to point B,
So
all the meal providers. And so all of these emails will go out this week.
dang.
So we still got, it's still 2 weeks away, but parents are going to get a schedule. Parents are going to get like where their student is going to be staying, like their host home. Parents are going to get, all the information, the packing list, what to bring, what to leave at home, right? All that stuff.
Always.
Oh gosh. And so all that goes out this week. So there's a lot of time. And I had girls coming up to me being like, Ron, when are we gonna find out stuff about a weekend on Sunday? I was like, well, you're gonna get an email this week. Like, oh good, I can start packing. It's 2 weeks away. And they're like, no. I pack and I unpack and I repack. I'm like, okay, you're killing me.
I literally have the same girls. Like, well, I need to pack 1 week, so I know how much to bring, and then I repack everything.
No. So
I'm like, why?
I'm that person who packs like an hour before you're supposed to leave. Like, oh, okay.
Same.
5 shirts, we're done.
I had a leader text me in the morning. We were leaving for camp. She was like, did you pack yet? And I was like, I will.
Eventually.
We were leaving like 3 hours. I was like, it's 2 nights.
Yeah.
We're fine.
And so right before you and I got together to record, we were meeting as a student minister staff to make sure we were ironing out all the details. And
solid.
So, I mean, we were together for about 2 hours to make sure, okay, we've got all of our Wednesday night big session lined up, all of our Saturday night big session stuff lined up. And then what are our needs? So I'm still like, right now, I still need one driver for our 8th grade guys group. And I still need one leader for a 7th grade girls group because I've got a leader who can't spend the night. But we have a 2 deep policy. So we need 2 adults, right? So I need some adults to be in the room.
Right. And so you just, with that, you're like, do you just ask a bunch of parents or?
Well, we start with small group leaders.
Yeah.
So our main ask when we say, will you be a small group leader for the year, is we want you to come to the training. We want you to commit to Wednesday nights, and we want you to commit to Echo Weekend.
Nice.
And so that's a part of that's our first ask when it comes to small group leaders, because we're saying, hey, summer camp, optional, winter retreat, optional, Echo Weekend, we want you to commit up front.
Smart. Because that's huge, right?
Right. And so, like I said, we want the relationships that these girls form to be with their leaders who they hang out with on a weekly basis.
Right.
So that's our big push there. And most of it's set up. This leader who I'm trying to replace, it's her daughter's birthday on Saturday. So like, she legitimate reasons to not be around. They already had some stuff planned. It's totally fine. And so they were just like, hey, I just can't spend the night that night, which is okay. So we're going to plan. But something else that we do is we actually had our registration cut off November. I've got a bookmark right here. November 3rd.
Oh, okay.
So the event is November 20th, right? That's when it starts. It's a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So we give ourselves this time to say, you cannot sign up past November 3rd.
Smart. Because
that way we can say, all right, this is all the stuff we need to get everybody together. And so that we can know who we're communicating to, so nobody gets left out. Totally. Because the parent who signs up late is also the parent who's going to have the most questions, like, well, why didn't I know this was happening? Like,
absolutely.
Because you signed up the day before. So part of it on our end of preparing parents and stuff is to making sure that, hey, this is the cutoff. And then that way we know who we're communicating to. Like, this is our group.
Yeah. Do you give, so like for like those first time parents whose kids never left home.
Right.
Right. It's their first time spending the night.
Yeah.
Do you find that it's easier to get them to sign up for something in your hometown?
Yeah. And so that's really a part of the reason I like how we do it. So like our DNOW happens in the fall. So imagine like 6th grade kid who's never spent the night away. it happens in the fall, so they're maybe going to be about 30 minutes away from home.
Yeah.
If like the furthest drive is going to be like 30 minutes.
Right.
And then in the spring, we go about an hour away for our retreat, our camp. So that's a little bit more. And then in the summer, we take our mission trip, right? So we kind of gradually go further and further away each time.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, we try.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Oh, man. And so, and there are going to be kids who just don't want to be away from home.
Right.
There are going to be parents who aren't comfortable with their kids spending the night until 8th grade.
Yeah.
And we've got parents who just say, yeah, it's fine. My 6th grader will not spend the night until they're in 8th grade, and that's good for their first kid. Their second kid will probably, come in their 6th grade year. That's okay.
Totally. Right. They're like, yeah, no, you're fine. Please get out of my house.
Yeah, they're going to make it. And so that's because they can get both kids out of the house at that point. That's
right.
Yeah. And so it's, it does help kind of structuring it this way to kind of like slowly allow parents to let their kids go. But it is still a lot of communicating, hey, all of our leaders are background checked. All of our host homes are background checked. All of our drivers are background checked. And we are telling our parents, we're going to take care of your kid. We're going to do our absolute best to take as much possible care of your kid as we can, and trying to over communicate everything.
Yeah. That's really good.
Yeah.
I think that's, one of the hardest things that we've had is like, how do we communicate to parents that like their 6th grader is going to be okay?
And honestly, what I do a lot is I say, you talk to me and I'm going to be biased, right? Because I believe in this ministry. I run this ministry. I'm biased. So talk to this other parent over here.
100%.
And so try to steer them to another parent who I know, they're bought in, their kids have gone through the ministry, or like another small group leader, and be like, hey, that small group leader is also a parent. Like they trust their kids with the ministry. So go talk to them. Yeah. So I try to do that.
We have this group of 4 moms right now who, my voice is still gone from camp a little bit. Sorry. We have these 4 moms who all have brand new 6th graders and are terrified out of their mind of letting kids come to camp. But they've now let them come to summer camp and our fall camp, because they're like, we're in this together. Our kids know each other. Like they're going to stay together and bond, and they've got each other's back. So I was like, I love that. Like,
that is cool.
Right. And they text each other the entire time they're gone, and me, which I don't respond to.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah. I don't respond.
Yeah. They're okay.
Literally, I'm like, we're great.
Yep.
And I won't do anything else. I'm like, they're fine. I also update photos on like our Instagram, stuff like that. I'm like, hey, your kid's alive.
Yeah. Check it out.
Yeah.
Which is funny because before social media, it was just like, hey, parent, you just have to trust us. Your kid's not dead.
Right.
And that trust builds up over time.
Yeah.
Right. The more trips they take, the more times they come, the more that parent is going to be like, okay, I can handle this. My student can handle this, and the student ministry can handle this.
Yeah. And the student wants to be there, right?
Yeah. Trust takes time. Yeah. And so, the more the student wants to be there, the more that helps the parent.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we got a big old event coming up, and we're ready and sending out all the emails and all the promotional things and Instagram and Facebooking it up. We're making sure everything's out there. It's going to be cool.
I wish I could be there to come and witness it.
Michelle, eventually we're going to do one of these podcasts in real life.
Yeah, we are. One of these days.
It's going to be cool.
It's going to happen.
Hey, if you're out there listening, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for ministering to middle school students, whether you are coming off of a big event like Michelle is or gearing up for one like I am. Thank you for what you do and how you minister to middle school students. Y'all are just the best listeners, and thank you because you're amazing.
Straight up MVPs.
Middle school pastors, you rock.
We love you guys.
Hey, we'll talk to y'all next week.
Bye.